Sometimes a place isn't made of bricks and stone. Sometimes it's built from pain, sorrow, and the echo of unanswered cries. On the outskirts of Louisville, Kentucky, hidden among whispering trees and rolling hills, stands a building that seems frozen in time. From a distance, it could pass for an old government facility or a crumbling piece of forgotten architecture. But the closer you get, the more the air thickens, the silence deepens, and your heartbeat begins to match the pulse of something ancient and watching. This is Waverly Hills Sanatorium, a name that has become synonymous with suffering, and for some, something far worse. In the early 1900s, America was at war with an invisible enemy, tuberculosis, known then as the White Plague. It spread like wildfire, consuming families, towns, and entire communities. In response, Waverly Hills was built in 1910 as a place of hope and healing. But hope died quickly here. As the disease grew more relentless, the hospital expanded, becoming less of a place to live and more of a place to die. Tens of thousands are said to have perished here, their lungs collapsed by the disease or by the doctors themselves. The treatments were brutal. Some would call them torture. Ribs removed without anesthesia, lungs punctured, ice-cold air pumped into chests in desperate attempts to kill the infection. Many patients never left their beds, and those who died were taken away silently. Beneath the hospital lies a dark, narrow tunnel, the infamous body chute. It was originally built to transport supplies, but when death became routine, it was used to carry corpses away from the sight of the living. Day after day, bodies were wheeled down the tunnel, surrounded by shadows. What was once a corridor of purpose became a passage of the forgotten. And yet, some say, those who were taken through it never really left. Visitors to the tunnel speak of disembodied voices, faint whispers in the dark, sudden gusts of freezing air, and shadowy figures that dart just out of sight. Some say they feel watched. Others say they're touched by hands that aren't there. But the haunting doesn't stop underground. Room 502 may be Waverly's darkest chapter. It's said that a nurse took her own life there, either by hanging or jumping to her death after discovering she was pregnant, abandoned by a doctor and alone. To this day, her presence is strong. Lights flicker, doors slam, and some claim to have seen a woman standing by the window, swaying gently, as if caught in a loop, forever reliving her final moment. Not all spirits here are tormented though. There's Timmy, a young boy who reportedly died of tuberculosis, but still plays in the hallways. Visitors leave balls for him, and many have watched those balls roll back on their own. Others have felt the soft tug of a small hand and the warmth of a giggle that vanishes into cold silence. Waverly Hills is no longer a hospital. It is a graveyard with walls, a museum of echoes. Paranormal investigators have spent nights within these halls, many entering as skeptics and leaving believers. EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, have recorded cries, voices saying names, even screams. Infrared cameras have captured figures where no people stood. EMF meters spike in empty rooms, batteries drain, equipment fails, and the feeling that you are not alone never leaves. Science tries to explain it all. They say it's the wind, the building settling, the power of suggestion. But can those theories explain the exact same experiences across decades, from different people, from all walks of life? Or is there something else here, something that lingers. Perhaps it's the energy of thousands of deaths, pain, desperation, confusion, imprinted into the very concrete. Perhaps it's something spiritual, a doorway, a trap, or maybe Waverly Hills is simply a place where time doesn't move forward, where trauma loops endlessly, where the dead stay because they have been forgotten. Even now, the building stands tall, weathered but undefeated. And when the sun goes down, when the lights go out, and the wind moves through those empty corridors, Waverly Hills comes alive, not with the living, but with memories, with echoes, with shadows. It is not just haunted, it is haunting. Outro, calm, reflective, chilling call to action. If this story stayed with you, if you felt that strange pull toward the past, then don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and share it with those who believe that death is not always the end. Tell us in the comments, would you dare to walk those halls? Or do you already carry a ghost of your own? This was the spirits of the Waverly Hills Sanatorium. We'll return soon with another place where reality ends and the nightmare begins. Until then, stay curious, stay cautious, and never ignore the silence.